Lozano with MVP3 Entertainment, along with author James Howell. They're here to invite you to the premiere of a new documentary, Echoes of Shannon Street, which is currently in production right now. And James, welcome. Marie, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We were talking back in the green room. James, you are the author of the book, Echoes of Shannon Street. And Marie, you actually have taken a great role in really every aspect of this. So let's start with James, if you will, to talk about people really still remember this.
Yes, ma'am, they do. And I think it's probably the negative connotation that surrounds it, the tragedy of it. And so it would be nice if it was a better memory than what it was, but it's not. So I think a lot of people try to push it out of their psyche and try to forget about it.
And that is a great piggyback to go to Marie. You have been so intricately involved in this, and why is that one of the reasons, perhaps, that you did get involved, to let people know, let's not push this back? It is so painful, but how important is it to talk about it?
Well, first, when I first met James, to try to sum this all up 2 years ago, I got intrigued by the story. But as I was, in kind of doing my own due diligence investigation of my own about the story, coming from the south side of Chicago on food stamps, that kind of thing. I know that kind of area, okay? I come from a military family, so I understand what police and, will go through. Again, to try to sum this up, it interests me because it was all aspects and something that wow, it was a tragedy. And as I got into it more and more and researching and interviewing, especially going through this documentary and interviewing some of the police officers, the actual people that were there, from anywhere from mental illness, what actually happened, how the police officers today feel, this still echoes.
Oh, yes.
None of them got a chance. And if I cannot play God with this, but if there's a chance for everybody to heal about this, but know the truth, what, we're going to just allow everyone to talk and you make your decision. But what's going on in the world today, we got people killing in the name of religion. We have police killings. We have still this racism hanging over us.
Yeah.
And literally, and media played a big part in it too. And there's a lot of untruths because sometimes media only has so much,
a minute and a half.
Exactly. Right. And then you got police having to make a decision, and you got all this going on. And at the time they weren't aware of mental illness and things, but there's so many positive things that have come out of that, that the police have now, programs, training programs. So this is not only focusing on what the tragedy, but focusing on a positive that has come out of it.
And Morgan Freeman's son, actually, that's an interesting Midtown tie.
This is the documentary, the full feature film.
Yes.
I wanted the documentary to come out first. We'll change the names in the movie, but yes, Alfonso Freeman, Morgan Freeman's son, is going to play the role of one of the main suspects in this tragedy.
And James, being a police officer too, you have a very interesting, perspective of that.
Yes, ma'am, I do. And even though I wasn't at Shannon Street,
right,
the officers that were there, they were the ones that trained me. They were the ones that were my supervisors. So my whole career has been shared with these officers. So, of course, you get to hear their stories sometimes, but that's a very difficult subject for them to talk about.
Oh, I'm sure. Marie, how can people meet the film director?
Well, the film director for the full feature movie, he's actually coming into LA, or from LA, next weekend, and we have a class. We partnered with University of Memphis, and on, I believe it's Friday the 29th, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Make sure to register at info@mvp3media.com. The fee is $100, but actors, writers, filmmakers, this is a chance. I mean, he's going to be here. But when I'm going to bring opportunities like that for people in the industry to have an opportunity to be seen, to network with the professionals.
And when will the premiere take place?
The premiere will take place in April. We're going to wrap the documentary up. We'll get it in the can, and it'll be at Malco Theaters in April.
All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Something difficult to talk about, but certainly something we need to talk about as a community. Thank you very much.